keep refreshing for the Oasis updates, because I know.
Oh yeah, ticket, innit?
You're going to give away 2 free tickets to the next person to comment in the side chat.
Mate, I've heard the prices are going to be crazy.
Like, oh look, we have a winner, Bold Finds. Yeah, I reckon prices are going to be nuts, man.
Yeah, they're going to be stupid. You can't beat her though. There's no way you'll beat Lucy. Like,
mate, I swear to God, I was first in here. I commented probably about 5 this morning. I went on it, and I'll put first just to beat Lucy, and it didn't come up.
Nah, she's undefeated. Chris is in. Morning, mate. RS. We've got a gentleman marketeer. We've got Joe. We've got Dominic. We've got Derek. Is a giveaway for it? Mate, I still can't believe you said that. I was like, what is this guy going on about?
I reckon some people have actually only woke up this morning and set the alarms to come in here for the tickets. Unfortunately, I won them. So,
yeah.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, he did put the first comment. But,
there we are. He was first. Luke deleted my comment, Lucy. I know what he's like.
We was chatting just before we went live about we was going on about Rucker, weren't we, when I was researching motorcycle gear. And then I think the week after, or not even a week after, Chris grabbed a load, Lightwork resells. And then Tango 2 Pints, I think he got full suits, or he at least got 2 or 3 jackets.
Yeah.
Madness, wasn't it?
Mate, breaking news on the Oasis front, then we can move on.
Yeah.
Tickets on sale this Saturday, the 31st of August, 9 a.m. And they're doing 2 dates in Cardiff, 4 dates in Manchester, and 5 dates in London, Wembley, 2 dates in Edinburgh, and 2 dates in Dublin. Oasis are back, baby.
Everyone's going, they'll probably fall out before it even happens.
Yeah, tickets not today, Kaylee. Saturday, by the looks of it. Saturday. Oh, God. I have to be back from the car boot sale to try and get tickets.
And only get back together when they need money. Desperate need for money. I don't know about that, but I mean, they're going to make an absolute fortune.
We should start a band. Me and you.
Just us, yeah?
Yeah, why not?
We've got a few songs already, so we've got to do is make an album.
Right, let's get going.
But yeah, let's get it on. Car boots, mate. How'd you get on? Saturday was a bit of a shit show, to be honest. Weather was awful. I thought because it was that bad on Saturday, it was going to get rained off on Sunday, but it's a Saturday, nothing for me. You was looking to drive to Manchester. So how did that go?
I was definitely joking. I had that 3 comments saying, are you actually going to drive all that way to Manchester? It seems a long way to go for a Saturday car boot. And I was like, yeah, I'm definitely not driving to Manchester. Saturday was a write-off, no car boots. It was rained off everywhere. I was looking for even some like indoor like jumble sales. Couldn't find anything anywhere. So Saturday was kind of like a day off, which was weird. Apart from the normal eBay stuff, you know, but I'm talking about going out sourcing. It felt like a bit of a day off. So that was cool. Sunday was all right, to be fair. I got some good stuff, but again, it was like one stall, like covered most of the good stuff I picked up. But I picked up my first ever purple label, and the tags look so basic. I got it chucked in on the deal because I said to the guy, like, I'm buying these other 10 items from you. 10 items for 40 quid. Got some good bits. And then I saw the purple label and I said to him, I said, I'm not sure whether this is genuine. Like, will you do cheaper on this? And he was like, oh, I'll tell you what, just have it because you brought all this other stuff. And then I got it home and I sent it to, I don't know if he's in yet, Mr. Chuggles, Jack. And he was like, yeah, it looks legit, all legit. Showed him all the tags. And I was like, this tag looks so cheap for it to be like an expensive item. So that was cool.
Wait, what was it?
Oh, it's only a jumper. Only a Ralph Lauren purple label cotton men's jumper. But he was saying it could go, he said check comps, but it's sort of like 50 quid upwards. And it looks so basic. So today on the research, and we're going to do the research this afternoon, I'm going to actually look at chaps as well, because we got on to talking about chaps a little bit. And he was saying a lot of the stuff isn't worth picking up, but there's some gems. And every time I see chaps at the car boot, I just leave it behind. So, so Sunday was okay. Got a lot of stuff to process. So today is going to be shipping the orders from the bank holiday and processing.
So with the shipping, have you left it literally till today, or did you do some over the weekend?
Why are you calling me out? Yeah, I have. I've left it today. I've only got like 20. I think it's like 24 to ship. So it's not
Yeah.
going to take me ages. I think it's all clothing as well, so it's going to be pretty quick. So straight away after this, I'll go and pick the orders, get them all shipped out, and then get to listing and drafting, man. Sorry, that was yesterday's that was yesterday's boot sale, the bank holiday. What was Sunday's? Oh, Sunday's was okay. Got a couple of Rab jackets, number one in Rab, as we all know. And some other bits and bobs. Brought some lawn bowls, as we do. So yeah, Sunday was okay, but again, nothing crazy. I don't know. This weekend, it felt like there wasn't many sellers out compared to how it has been. And I don't know whether Saturday's weather put them off or whether it's because it's the last bank holiday of the year before Christmas, I believe. Quote me if I'm wrong. Where a lot of people have kind of seen it as the last opportunity of summer to get away. So yeah, I don't know.
What was your one like yesterday though? Because I went yesterday, and the thing is, the company that owns the one that I go to here, they also own a couple around in similar areas. So they shut off the other ones and they made it one, but then they bring the rules from the other one to that one that doesn't apply. So say like the early buyer entry thing, the early one where you pay like a tenner or whatever. I got there at 7 o'clock. I was like, I'm not bothered if I get there, because if I got there for 6 and there was like an early entry fee or whatever, and there actually wasn't the early entry fee, I'd be gutted because I'd be standing there for an hour. But it was me and a guy that I know. It was just us in the queue. That was it. But there was quite a few sellers, but not that many buyers. It was really weird. So yeah, I don't know if it was because people wanted to chill on bank holiday. They got everything out of them on the Sunday. I don't really know, but Sunday compared to the Monday was really quiet.
Yeah, Monday felt like a Saturday car boot sale. It was really small, to be honest with you. But also there wasn't a lot of buyers there on Saturday, Monday as well. So I'm not sure whether a lot of the other resellers in my area decided to actually not come out Monday. I mean, I didn't see Benji Monday. I saw him on Sunday, and even he said on Sunday he wasn't even going to do it. It's only because his computer actually like turned itself on and woke him up. They actually got out of bed and came to do it. So yeah, I reckon the last bank holiday has just put people off a little bit with going out, which is not a bad thing as a buyer. But the sellers didn't seem to be out as much either, I found.
Yeah, I just felt really out of whack because Saturday was off, and I was going to start doing 2 on a Saturday because the way that they fall, I found another one fairly close to where I am, but it's a little bit out of the way. But so Saturday being off, Sunday only going to 1 because afterwards I wanted to go to the gym because I knew I wasn't going to go on the Monday. And then it was also Mum's birthday, so we went out for a meal. And then on the Monday, going to a car boot instead of not going to a car boot, I felt so out of whack. But no, it was all right. It was all right in the end for me. Because I mean, Sunday was weird because I came across, I was getting nothing, absolutely nothing. I was going around. It's been about an hour and a half, and I think I was on about 5-10 bits. And I was like, this is a Sunday, right? This is a Sunday. Like, I usually get a lot of stuff. And then I was going to leave, and then I was going to go because we was going to go to the gym and everything. I was thinking, Jesus Christ. And then came across a stall. This, when like Range Rovers pull in, everyone's interested.
Yeah.
So it's like a couple of Range Rovers came in, then this Jeep came in, and then it started pulling out like Louis Vuitton. Is it Ganni? You know that brand?
Never heard of it. The thing with you, mate, you thought like waders were called wadders, so it might be Gans you're trying to pronounce. Who knows?
Yeah, or Gate, whatever I'm saying is probably the opposite. So they pull up, and then people are initially thinking this stuff is fake, and I'm looking at this guy, and I'm like, nah, this stuff looks good. So I'll go to him.
Can I just pause you there? Can we talk about that? Because I do that. When you start looking at certain things, you look at the person selling it and you kind of judge on the person. Isn't that weird? Because I do the same. If I start looking at things and there's like good tags. So I was speaking to Chuggles about this yesterday, and he was saying about what other stuff did you get from this person? And I was telling about all the other brands I picked up. And he was like, yeah, that purple label then is more than likely going to be real. And this is before I sent him the photos, because I think you kind of look at the person. If they're all kitted out in nice designer gear, if they've got like a nice, I don't know, nice gilet on whatever, you kind of feel like, yeah, they're the kind of person who would spend good money on this clothing. Sorry, carry on.
Yeah, because that's what I mean. But as soon as she said, I've got a pair of Louis Vuitton shoes, I was like, oh God, I don't really look into them. But she said, I've got this, I've got a load of Versace, load of this. And then I always ask, I'm like, I know it's a bit cheeky, but is this legit? And I always ask it, and I feel like it's not a bad thing to do. And then he's like, mate, none of it's moody, everything's legit. And then she said that this was what I wore, and this was in season on like fall of 2022. And I'm
So
like,
no,
as soon as she started going into she started going into detail. And then, but you know, you can feel like the premium labels on the inside, like say if it's like Versace or whatever, they're a little bit like thicker, and then they have the 30 logo number. So I started looking at them, and I didn't actually look up the numbers. I thought I'll do that when I get back, because the prices she was saying, she was like, I just need to have a clear out. I've got so much stuff. I still buy stuff every single year. So I got, I think it was a Versace dress, and then a Versace leggings, and then a blazer. And then she had loads of Philip Plein, but women's like dress shirts. And I know Philip Plein's really good for like men's stuff. And I thought for the dress shirts, they're probably okay. Like they've got the diamonds on them, they've got the skulls, everything like that. So she had about 10 of them, or probably like 8 to 10 of them. So I thought, yeah, I'll take all of these. And I wonder what she's going to be asking for it. And then she was going, oh, 3 bits for £25. And I'm like, what? And then we started putting them all together. And I looked at the Louis Vuitton shoes. And this is what I want to ask you guys as well. These Louis Vuitton shoes looked insane. And I'll go get them in a second. But there was no size on them. But they felt incredible. Now, like the Versace stuff's real. I looked up the 30 logo stuff. That's all legit. Everything's good. The Philip Plein stuff, that's all good as well. But with Louis Vuitton shoes on, I'm thinking this is a completely different category. And putting that just straight on eBay, like, how do you feel about that? Are you going to do a check? Are you going to take them somewhere? Are you going to put that on a completely different platform? Because for me, that's like next level. But yeah, what do you think about that? If you get something like that and you think it's real?
For me personally, I wouldn't risk that on my eBay account. So, couple of options. I put it on Leanne's eBay account and sell it on there. I would put it on Leanne's Vinted and sell it on there. They're my two options. There's no way I'm personally listing that on my eBay store. Now, with regards to check, then yeah, I would probably use a check app. I don't know if check do Louis Vuitton. It's a tough one, man, because normally I would always leave that kind of stuff behind, because I just feel like I don't know enough about it to know legitimately whether it's real. Kaylee's saying they're Vestiaire. Sorry, I always say Vestiaire, which is the one the luxury pickers always shout about. I don't have a clue about that platform. Oh, there we are. Don't put it on Vinted. They'll get you even if it's real. So Vinted's not an option. So maybe that's the play then. And maybe that's a good shout to Vestiaire, but I don't know enough about it. I'm sure it's not that hard to use.
I set up an account and then I tried to put it, because I have these Lanvin Paris Amiri hoodies, and I put one on there, and then they like instantly, it was either banned or just blocked me. And then they was asking for, I think they was asking for like legit, like check or something like that to be put on there. And I just never got around to doing it. So I don't know if you need to go on like a check and then put like a certificate of authenticity or an email or something like that, attach it to Vestiaire, and then it's okay to set something up. Is that the case, Katie? Because I don't really know. I couldn't be asked, and I didn't want to stick it on eBay because I was a bit worried, and yeah, I didn't know if you have to do additional steps in it.
Yeah, I definitely would not be putting that on eBay though, man.
Yeah, she was saying don't put it on Vinted, they'll get you even if it's real. That's what I mean. Like when I first discovered Vinted, I put a Burberry jumper on there, and they blocked me, didn't they? And then I chased it up like a month or two later, and then they said, oh, sorry, that was a mistake from us. So yeah, like what she's saying, even if it is real, then, you know, she was saying I've never had to do that before, but yeah, when I did it, I don't know what happened, but yeah, that was nuts. But that was a car boot, mate. It was an interesting one. It was definitely different. I didn't get crazy amount of items like I usually do on a Sunday. I mean, last week was like 70 odd on a Sunday. And I'm just thinking, mate, if like the weather's good and I can get the 2 on the Saturday, I can get the 2 on the Sunday, then and I can get decent amount of items for them, because I could even do the 3 on the Sunday, then it could be crazy. But yeah, it was an interesting one.
We need to probably do a podcast soon about when the boot sales do close down, because we've got some ideas. There's stuff that we can potentially do. There is indoor car boots we need to go and find. But what else are our plans are going to be? Because I've got some pre-bids placed today on the auction that I'm looking into. to see what I can get from there, whether the stuff's any good. First of all, I'm going to take a bit of a calculated risk when it comes to it to see what kind of stuff. But I was also speaking to a house clearance contact of mine this weekend. And I said to them, like, look, I'm more open, especially in the winter, to grab some other bits outside of clothing. And they were like, yeah, like, we're going to need someone when the car boots aren't on to come to our warehouse and buy from us as well. So we're going to link up probably in the next few weeks or so, where I'm going to actually go to their 2 lockups and have a look at what they've got, just to see whether it's worth the stuff. But he was telling me he's going to a house clearance today, I think it is, or yesterday, and the guy's got loads of like Hornby train stuff in the loft. So I said to the guy, like, if you do not want to deal with that yourself, pick up the phone, call me, I'll come and have a look at it, and, you know, give you a fair price where they know what I do. They've been following like the YouTube channel for ages and stuff. So yeah, we'll have to do like a proper podcast on that and talk about our plans for the winter months, especially.
Yeah, I've been asked that quite a few times as well. Just what's your plans when all this shuts down? Because I've never been so heavy on boot sales. I've never been so positive on boot sales. I've never wanted to speak about it so much. Go back a couple of months, go back before boot sales open. What was the conversation? It was online sourcing. Because to be honest, we're talking about what we're doing. So it's not like we can speak about whatever anyone wants to speak about. But at the minute, like I love chatting about it just because this is what we're actively doing more than anything. And Saturday, when it was all shut, I thought, you know what, I'll go back to it and put like, you know, a couple of hours in. Whatever I would be doing at a car boot, I put in on Vinted on that day. And I managed to get around, I think it was 20 items on the Saturday. So it was actually quite good. But mate, you look at your bank account afterwards, and to be fair, I don't go mad on there in terms of like the £20 plus items anymore, unless it's a no-brainer. I think there was a Ralph, Orlando's Vintage would have loved this as well because he's so heavy on Ralph. But it was a Ralph Lauren. It was, I think they call it a fireman's jacket, where it has like the clips on it. It's like plaid, it's like thick, like collar. Mate, it looks insane. And that was 20 quid plus post. And I think comps on that were like 150 plus. So stuff like that, I'm okay. But I think at the minute, I'm literally just going for the £5 plus, like tenors all in, stuff like that. So I was heavy on that on Saturday, and that was quite fun. But mate, my eyes at the end of it, because we spoke about it before. Do you remember we was just 3 to 5 hours scheduled in pretty much every weekday? Yeah. And like, I didn't realize how frazzled my eyes were until we like literally jumped off it for a while.
Yeah, I need to really get back onto it, even if it's like 3 to 5 a day, and kind of get back to it, because it is nice when there's stuff arriving on a daily basis to like the lockers and stuff you'd go and collect. It just tops up things, you know. So yeah, that's something I'm going to be doing again this week, getting back onto it.
Yeah, I see what you guys are saying. Andy was selling at the car boot on Sunday, made 220 after pitch fees. One woman bought 40 pairs of Levi's cut-off shirts for 110. Wow, that's nice. Yeah, that's exactly the kind of stuff I would be selling at car boots, because I wouldn't really want to be selling that type of stuff on eBay. It's like cut-up jeans, cut-up shirts, but that's good. Mate, we have to go to Andy's car boot. It sounds incredible.
It's mad. I think it's mad how I get the jeans, but people are buying like shirts that are like cut up. Like, what are we doing here? What are we wearing them to? Or do people wear like a t-shirt under it? Is that the look these days?
I don't know, mate. I do not know.
Another. If you've got any vintage Oasis shirts, get them up today and maybe double your price. I saw I think it's Mully's Garms or Mully's Garments, something like that, on Instagram. Good guy, actually, and he has loads of cool stuff. I saw he had a bundle of Oasis shirts he was flexing yesterday, and I was thinking, yeah, you're going to price it high, and I can't blame him, because people are going to be going nuts for that shit now.
Yeah, people are going to be wanting to get the shirts, get the tickets, and like, yeah, it's going to cause so much.
Oh, like, shorts on it, not shirts, yeah. Shorts. That makes more sense.
Yeah, it makes a lot more. But yeah, also I wanted to chat about as well, because you and Simon come up with a brilliant idea this week to get a draft bank challenge going as well. Because I mean, I got the draft bank, I think last week, up to about 100, and I think that the highest I've ever got it is probably like 120, 130, something like that. And yeah, it makes you feel insane, and then all of a sudden it just gets completely depleted. Whether you're, I don't know, whether you feel like you've got so much security behind you, or you become a little bit, I don't know, stagnant, or don't put as much effort in because you've got that massive draft bank. But mine's now down to 20, and you came up with an idea, didn't you? I didn't know if you wanted to share it.
Yeah, so we're going to run this draft bank challenge. Initially, it's for a week, but I reckon we'll keep it going for a little while because it's quite good. So, simple rules of the challenge is you need to draft half of what you sold the day before. So, give an example. Yesterday, I sold 7. So today, I've got to draft 4 because we're rounded up. We're not going to round down. So, 4 drafts today. And it just helps build that draft bank up, mate. Because I'm one of them where I'll build a draft bank up. And when I've done the 2 24-hour challenges, this is the best example. I'll get, say, 140 in the draft bank from the challenge, yeah? Amazing. And back then I was doing 10 a day. So in my head, I'm like, right, I've got 2 weeks now where I've got cover. So effectively a 2-week holiday, 2 weeks of emergency funds, blah, blah, blah. But what happens to me is I'll become really complacent and really lazy, where I'll wake up one day and I'll say, do you know what? Just list 10 from the draft and then don't do any listings today. It's fine. You can top that up another time. And then once you've done that, 3 or 4 days in a row, it becomes a norm. And then I have a bad sales day and I rage quit where I'm like, right, I'm just going to list 100 drafts now. Bang. And then I'm like, oh, now I've got nothing in security. And then it comes to the weekend and I'm like, I don't want to work on Sunday after the car boot. And I've got nothing in the draft bank. So really for me, it's just trying to build up that bank of stuff there where I don't just chuck in at the same time. It's going to be my security fund. And like we said, I think we spoke last week, I've got your stag do coming up. I've got other breaks planned and stuff where I'm like, actually, I do not want to stress about having to like work my arse off leading up to it. I want to have that security there. So yeah, if anyone wants to join, just tag Simon and I on Instagram with your current status of your draft bank, you know, how many you've got in there. And then every single day, 50% of your sales. If you want to do 100% of your sales, do it. If you want to do 10% of your sales, do it. Whatever works for you. I'm doing 50%. But like yesterday, I done the whole weekend's orders because my Sunday sales weren't great. So I drafted 8, I think it was yesterday, in the draft bank. There's going to be another 4 added to it today. So in a couple of days, already up to 12 in the bank. And that's a day off effectively.
Yeah, so effectively, if I wanted to, like at the end of the week, whatever the sales are for the week, just halve that, and that's what should be in my draft bank.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, I like it because it's another thing about being consistent as well. Just like with the whole research stuff as well. Like I've got to start straight after this, go get my hair cut, but we're going to do it at 3 o'clock. So if anyone wants to join us on Instagram, we're going to be going live on there doing the research again because it's been unbelievable. Even if we don't get anything, like the people that come in and watch the lives are clearly benefiting from it as well. Because when we're getting tagged on certain stuff, it's unreal, mate. Like even just like, who was it that tagged it, like this crazy Furby as well? What was that all about?
Yeah, getting tagged in so much good stuff. And that was Captain Apparel who tagged in the Furby. And I'm trying to find who it was yesterday. Someone tagged me in. Oh, it's Andy, actually. Someone tagged me in and we laughed about it at the time. The Dunlop trainers that we spoke about, because we were like, nothing Dunlop can be good. And then we found them trainers that sell for good money, the Flash, green Flash trainers they're called. And off he goes to a charity shop, finds them for £7. It's absolutely crazy.
Yeah, in reality, you know, pretty much like 99.9% of people are walking past them as well. Like there's no chance in hell I'm ever picking them up. But even what we were talking about when we first jumped on here, the Rucker buy was crazy. So yeah, it's like it's good. And like compound that over many, many weeks, many, many months. Because I mean, we're planning on there's no real end date to this, is there? So just making it a daily thing, I'm guessing.
Before we go on to about the topic with regards to eBay, Cuminous or eBay, Simon messaged me the other day and I saw someone else post on Instagram today. The rumor mill is rife that Vinted Pro is coming October the 14th by all accounts. So put that in your diary, whether it's true. Yeah, I saw someone post that they've been told October the 14th Vinted Pro is coming. So yeah.
Is that a girl on Instagram?
Yeah, I saw her on Instagram. Simon messaged me the other day saying it's coming in October, he's been told. And then she said October the 14th, she's been told. So it looks like it might actually be happening, but who knows?
Yeah, I messaged her. I didn't know she put 14th or 24th because that was the next thing I was going to speak about. Yeah, I was going to ask if she heard directly from Vinted, but I don't know whether it's Simon or someone else that said that they actually spoke to them. But it's not a guarantee. Like, it was supposed to be September. I heard from someone when I went to the eBay event, but now it looks like it's October. So I think, I mean, as long as it's before the end of the year, maybe, or even if it was early part of next year, because to be honest, I didn't really think it was going to be coming this year. So it's exciting.
That's the rumor anyway. You know what it's like, though. It could completely change. So, yeah, it sounds like October is the month.
Yeah, I'm really excited on hearing the terms. So obviously, Vinted Pro being here, very, very good on that. But I'm really excited to find out, you know, number of listings, or if it's unlimited, or if it's 10% fees or 5% fees. How it's going to change the platform, because it's going to completely change it. It's something completely different being added. So she's going to break Vinted Pro, first Vinted millionaire. Yeah, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. It's going to throw a spanner in the works. It's going to give. I mean, I'm looking forward to diving in deeper and speaking about it. So yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's that, mate. But let me just take a sip of this water. 1 second.
Chuggles said as well, how much do you guys have in the draft bank at a time? Does it max out at 250? I believe it still does. I believe 250 is the most you can have at a time, but you can also put them in scheduled. And once I hit 100 in the draft bank, I'll be putting them in scheduled from there. That's my plan. I've heard of people's draft banks like completely disappearing overnight, so that worries me.
Scares me, and I don't know if that's a dated thing now or if it's still the case, because especially with this draft bank challenge, if you want to go crazy and get like, you know, a month in the draft or something like that, like, yeah, I just don't want to do so much work for it to then just be deleted.
Yeah,
so I don't know whether hovering around the 200 mark.
Yeah, scheduling. So once you hit a certain point in the draft, I'm just going to schedule out. Because imagine you can get to the point of scheduling out to the whole, like the end of the year, like come the like end of November, you've got all your listings done for the end of the year. Like, what a great place to be.
But the thing is, like what Chuggles is saying, it isn't scheduling bad for the item though. It puts it live straight away. So do you think maybe adding that onto your daily, like just doing more daily, because when you schedule it, I know you're probably going to say that, you know, just sod it, at least it's safe. But I don't know. What do you think about that?
I used to really care about it a lot more than I do now, because I don't think that's I don't believe that is 100% official. I think that's just what we assume. I can see why it would, because it kind of puts it into the eBay system. But yeah, I definitely want to like schedule more stuff. And do you know what? If I don't get that first day initial boost, I think if you've still got good items, it's still going to sell. So it doesn't stress as much as it used to. And like Chris saying there, scheduling is maxed at 4 weeks in advance, I believe it is. But you can keep just changing the scheduled date and push it further and further ahead. So, yeah, but the other option is you can just end all your schedules, sell similar off them, and list them straight away and do it that way. I know that's what some people do.
Yeah, Mapix 18. What is the point of having 100 drafts? It's stock doing nothing instead of selling. I mean, I just believe in the whole consistency. So rather than just sending it all live, I just believe in this, you know, feeding the algorithm, the consistency of the listing. So it's the way I've always done it. And, you know, from the listings to selling the items, I feel as though it works. So I don't know about you, James, but like sometimes you'll just, yeah.
That's how I used to feel. I used to be like, do you know what? If that whole term of it's not listed, it can't sell is absolutely right. It's so true. If it's not listed, it can't sell. But for me, it's that I'd rather be consistent with my listings right the way through to the end of the year, compared to listing them 100 items today and then tomorrow listing nothing, and then Sunday listing nothing, and Tuesday listing nothing. You know, eBay likes that consistency, so it builds that in.
I want to go to what his follow-up as well. Sorry if I've skipped a few people, but
that's right.
And this is the thing. If I was at 1 or 2 months draft bank and I was getting decent sales, and I was pretty much at the term we used to use, or probably even still use, say you're at Nirvana. So say we're at listing 15, selling 15, and then maybe you got 1 or 2 draft back. You got 1 or 2 months draft bank in the actual bank, and then say you're selling a little bit more than what you're listing. Then I think it's about time to bump up the listings at that point, because if you're getting that many drafts in the bank, I think you need to start pushing up the listings. So I think at that point, yeah.
Maybe so. But if I had 2 months listings done, say for instance, I came across a big haul today and I got some help into the photos and done all my listings today and I was covered for 2 months. There's so many more other things I would do outside of listing items on eBay. I would spend them 2 months working on my YouTube channel. I'll spend the 2 months working on my research. I'll spend them 2 months trying to find some good suppliers. So I think there's so much more you can do instead of just worrying about the daily listing. I think a lot of the time we all get very hyper focused on like just the listing part of eBay. There's so much more. And I think in 2 months, if you didn't have the listing aspect, you can do a lot of damage when it comes to making connections, finding suppliers. As I say, for me, doing external stuff outside of eBay. So yeah, it depends on your business and what you want.
Yeah, I think that's initially kind of what you go to, but it's going back to that getting better, like what we're speaking about, like doing the research. And obviously you've got a big commitment outside of this with YouTube, and then so do other people that are doing this part-time as well. I think maybe just bumping it up, maybe 1, maybe 2 at a time, something like that. But the key thing is for nothing to fall apart. Us going from 12 to 20, for me personally, a lot of stuff fell apart. I know it pushed me outside of my comfort zone. I know I can do it, but things fell apart and I couldn't get better and I couldn't do the research. So yeah, that's important.
Also, we spoke before on a podcast before about things happen in life and none of us expect things to happen. I mean, you had your car accident, and even on that day you came home and you were listing on eBay when you shouldn't have been. You should have been resting because you've just been in a car accident. We had the whole situation with Leanne where randomly she was in hospital for a week. I shouldn't have to be worrying about doing my eBay listings on a daily basis. I should be worried about her. So I think sometimes we all hit this position of, do you know what? I don't need this security. And I always get there until something happens. And then you kind of say, yeah, I do need security. Like this Christmas is a prime example. I don't want to be listing on Christmas Day and Boxing Day or Christmas Eve. I'll be honest with you. I don't want to be listing them days. I want to actually have a few days off of doing the eBay process. Still stuff going live, yeah, but I actually like to enjoy the moment and be there for the moment. And like this weekend, Sunday's my birthday, Monday's your birthday. There's no way on Sunday on my birthday I want to be sitting here listing items on eBay. Not a chance in hell.
Yeah, I really want to enjoy Q4. Like I really want to enjoy it. So say like if we've got that many drafts in or whatever, because sales will naturally pick up more than it's been in this period. I just know it. Your knowledge is getting better. You're getting more stuff. We might have to go back more to like online sourcing or say you with the removal company or anything like that. But I think it will pick up a lot. I'm pretty bullish on that. But yeah, I really want to enjoy it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. But we'll speak more about Q4, about all that kind of stuff when we're gearing towards the end of the car boot sales, because I think that'd be good at that point. But yeah, like I say, I'm just going to have a sip of this this water bottle. What do you think about that?
Oh, I see what we're doing here. A bit of free eBay advertising. By the way, eBay now sponsors this podcast. So I'm waiting for Luke to send me some of the royalties.
No, I only say that when it actually happens. I'm working on it. So yeah, went to the eBay event. It was a fashion seller event. So with these events, I don't know if you've heard about me speak about them last time, but you go there, they give you an update on what's been going on, what's to come, what they're working on. But the thing is, they leave you in the dark about a lot of stuff. So I went there, and unlike last time, I think there was about 10 in the room last time, about 10. They call them like key business sellers. And there was a lot of charities last time. So there was people representing them and then a couple of small sellers. But when I was speaking to everyone in the room last time, there was someone from eyewear, there was someone who mainly does suits. And it was like me mainly with menswear. Then there was someone with women's and then someone kids. So it's like they was kind of taking little bits from those like 10 people. So, but this time there was about probably like 30 odd people, 30, 40. And there was 2 people from the group that were in as well. So Arwen was there. And we got there probably about an hour earlier, and then we sat outside the front and we was chatting for ages before we went in. So yeah, it was good to meet people, to get in with the eBay reps a little bit more, because I mean, when you go there for say like the second time you've been to the event, you've seen them before at eBay Open, they start recognizing your face, which is nice, because to me that's important. And yeah, we went in there and then they had the presentation, but it was mainly about, if I'm being honest, promoted listings. So I'll show you these 2 like slides. I wanted to get the PDF slides, but I couldn't actually get them in the end. So one of them was about general campaign strategy, and what that is promoted listings standard. So now they call them promoted listings general and promoted listings advanced. So the pay per click and the pay per sale, pay per lead model or sale model, and then they're being heavy on this. I don't know if have you seen much of this, James? You know, the promoted shops at the minute.
Yeah, I've seen them plugging that quite hard. And also, like I spoke about the other week, they're actually they're offering you can promote your coupon now, which is mad.
Yeah, promoted coupon, promoted. But the thing is, it's all pay per click. So promoted shops, promoted listings, advance. And I'm just not really about that model. And they do openly say if you've got a single SKU listings, then promoted listing standard is much more for you. Whereas if you've got so many like new with tags, you've got crazy quantity listings, then promoted listings advance is definitely for you. But they're focusing a lot on that. They're focusing a heavy amount, and the things to come at the minute that they're really focusing on is AI. But like I'm talking, they're going to go crazy with it. And what they were showing us, I really want to show the slides because it looked cool, but I don't know how useful it's going to be. So they're going to be bringing something in called Shop the Look. So they'll basically have an AI person that's completely like not real. So like no models, no nothing involved, an AI person. And then it will have say like shoes on them. It'll say like Nike shoes and then like Nike top, everything like that. And you can click on the certain parts of them and it will have like listings below. So yeah, shop the look. So you basically see the person, see their look, and you can shop it. So I don't know how useful it's all going to be, but there'll be that and there'll be a lot of other stuff as well. So AI, I mean, at the minute, what have we got from AI? We've got descriptions. Is that it?
Yeah, I think description is the main thing. I mean, as a whole, I love AI. I was really skeptical when it first started to come in. I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to like all this, but I use AI for a lot of stuff outside of eBay as well, especially for YouTube. But also, I've been using AI a little bit for keywords when it comes to, I don't know, say I've got a John Smedley jumper and Sea Island cotton. I'm looking for more keywords to make it sell. I've been using AI for some good keywords, and I find that really helpful as well. So yeah, but as an eBay platform, I believe it is only the description, and I tell you now, it is terrible.
Yeah, I mean, I think I've used it once, and it gave like 2-3 paragraphs in such depth about like a hoodie, and I'm like, this is crazy. So in terms of the way we do things, I don't know how useful this is going to be. I don't know for the shopper, I don't know if it's going to be that useful, but we're such like early stages of all this stuff now. I mean, Chat GPT at the minute is, I mean, I use it on my phone, like the app, and you can speak to it, can't you? And then it can speak back to you literally like a person, and then it will give you the transcripts of what you want. I think that's incredible. But I mean, bringing it in eBay, I don't know how far it's going to go, but they're pumping so much into this, and it's something they're really focusing on. Whereas I don't know if it's the best thing to be focusing on. But
do you want me to give you an example of the AI description? I've just done it on the RLX trousers I'm going to list up today. Shall I share it and show you what it says?
Go on.
It actually makes you feel a little bit sick. Yeah, I'm going to share it in. You have to move this out of the way. Terrible admin. Just takes a sip of his water. Doesn't get to it. Right, so it says, elevate your casual golf wear with these Polo Ralph Lauren RLX trousers. The slim fit chinos come in a stylish blue color and are made of high quality polyester material that offers both comfort and durability. The trousers have a waist size of 36 inches and an inside leg of 34 inches, making them the perfect for men who prefer a regular size. Terrible. These trousers are suitable for all seasons, be it autumn, winter, spring, or summer. They're just going through the item specifics. The trousers feature a slimming design, making them excellent choice for those who want to look the best on the golf course. With no pattern, these trousers are perfect for casual occasions. Get your hands on these Ralph Lauren trousers today and add a touch of sophistication to your golf wear. What do you think of that? Do you reckon they're selling?
Mate, it's so needless though, and it's gonna, even that just wastes so much time for me. Like but the thing is, because we sell similar items, so we sell similar. So we would literally just go copy and paste pretty much, change a few item specifics. And then if there's something to do with the condition that's like you need to mention, you're just changing that. Like for us, it's definitely not needed.
Yeah, and that's literally what what the AI is doing is taking things from your item specifics and putting it into your description. So you've got to be really careful that you don't mess up them specifics even more so if you use an AI description, because it will put it in there as well and you're asking for returns on it. So yeah, I used it once on a golf bag just to trial it, and I'm never going to use it again.
Yeah, the text generative AI is usually so verbose and needless. Even the stuff, mate, even the stuff like keywords. Yeah, and then Tommy Trey says if you can fill in item specifically saying great, that's a real time saver. Suggest words like comfortable or something, elevate your style. Yeah, Tommy was saying he wants to be able to upload. This is what I mean. Like, what features would you want seen? So I want to be able to upload my photos. It reads everything and auto fills in. That'd be crazy because we know it can actually read text. Like eBay photos can actually read your text as well. Fill in specifics, polyester, cotton, all that kind of good stuff. Because I mean, if you take pictures of, say, like the size tag, if you take pictures of the care labels and then it automatically fills that in, then cool. But it doesn't. I mean, it doesn't take that long to do it, but I suppose it would be useful.
I think it could get to that point where eBay kind of says you need to upload these photos, the size tag, the wash tag, the care label, clear photos of the measurements, like with the rulers and stuff, and then it will automatically put all that in there for you. Now, whether it'll be 100%, I think it's still one of them you need to double check it for sure. But yeah, I think Google Lens is so advanced when it comes to that. Even the translation thing on Google Lens is nuts. Like I know when we was on holiday, like reading menus in Italian and using Google Lens to actually translate the menu. But I've done it on some items as well with like Japanese tags, and like especially the care tag, if it's all Japanese, you can actually like convert it and read it that way. So yeah, Google Lens is so much more advanced. But yeah, I reckon eBay will improve the AI. Will it be perfect? Probably never. It's similar to, do you remember the background removal tool eBay brought in? Did you ever use that where it kind of cut round it and you could still see some of the background in certain parts? It was terrible.
Yeah. That's what Andy's saying. If eBay insisted on that detailed picture, it would kill their private sellers market.
Yeah, good.
I honestly think generative AI isn't that useful for sellers as it has the potential to get it wrong. Recognition-based AI, like the stuff they use for optical character recognition, is really useful. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm just like, I'm trying to embrace it as much as I can, but I'm thinking like, how would it be useful for us on here? Because say like for a content creation and say like YouTube side of things, it looks incredible and it looks so useful for say like if you're doing probably even like thumbnails as well. You can probably create thumbnails purely from AI. Have you done that yet?
Not thumbnail, but YouTube titles, and also especially for the crime stuff. So the YouTube description stuff I can get for crime is amazing. Like I can ask it to write me a full-on script for a case, and it gives you so much information. You can just dig deeper. So I've used it for a few of that kind of thing as well. But yeah, I know there is AI programs out there where you can type in, create me a thumbnail for sourcing at a car boot sale with no money, or whatever you want to do, and it will create something for you. Whether it's great, you probably have to edit it yourself, but yeah, there is stuff out there.
But yeah, there was a Q&A section that was about, I don't know, they massively overran, so I think it's about half an hour, and anyone could ask whatever they want, but every single person was putting their hands up because at the end of the day, the Q&A section is like context. It's context to you, so it's questions that you want to ask related to your business and what you think going forward. So there was barely any opportunities to ask them. I was putting my hand up midway through, but yeah, I asked I thought was incredibly awkward question about Vinted, because no one was really addressing the fees, but then the person before me did address the whole fee situation, and then everyone was like, yep, everyone was jumping on it at that point. So I thought that was perfect time there. But there was people talking about the for anyone who's in part of like the co-funded coupons, when you join them and you have your own coupon on there as well, that basically it can double stack. So you can get, say, like the 50% off one that you're involved with eBay, and then you can also do like your own 10-15% as well. So they're double stacking. So that's a massive issue at the minute with people. But I asked the question basically about Vinted. So the whole like thing where private sellers got zero fees, like Depop, Vestiaire, everyone jumped on the zero fees. Are you worried at all about Vinted with the like basically with Vinted Pro coming up, and like they're not worried at all. Like they even said like we like Vinted, you know, we like the way they do things, and a lot of them use Vinted. But basically, at the end of the day, the way their stance on it is we're eBay, we're king. It doesn't matter what anyone else is doing. We're going to do exactly what we want to do. And they think that they've seen massive success in that move to go 0% fees on private sellers. Because I initially said that I thought that was a great opportunity for you now with Vinted Pro supposedly coming up before the end of this year to go 0% fees on business sellers. But yeah, they're back in the decision. So, because I was just saying, like, everything's so good about, and it felt really uncomfortable saying, but I was like, the user experience with Vinted is great. Like, basically the addictiveness of the app, prompting labels, 0% fees, like everything's brilliant about it. And I just thought it was a good opportunity.
I disagree. I think the front end of Vinted's great. The aftercare
service, the back end is shocking. Yeah,
like you try finding a number where you can actually speak to a human being on Vinted. And you have your theory on Vinted. You do not think Vinted Pro is going to be free. You think there's going to be fees.
I don't think there is. I think it's going to be like 5 or 10%.
It'd be interesting to see.
Yeah, but yeah, in terms of fees, Shel Saruni, there's no stance on like lowering fees. Or I just said, is there anything that, like saying, like there was like 30, 40 people in the room, and it felt incredibly uncomfortable. But I was just like, is there anything for us to be looking forward to? Because it just feels like we're getting kicked in the balls all the time. So everyone else around is doing something about it in terms of like business sellers. And that's why I can't wait for Vinted Pro to come out. Not that I'm going to be going on it, but just to see their stance on it. Because there's many people that's going to be jumping. But everyone always comes back. Do you not think?
Yeah, I mean, when Poshmark first came out, the amount of people who at that point were saying, I'm going to go all in on Poshmark and closing down the eBay store. I'm all live selling now and that's it. And then Poshmark closed down and it's back to eBay's the, secure platform. Whatnot's an interesting. We've had a few chats on Whatnot last few weeks, and we had a chat with George and I saw his video and stuff. Did eBay speak any more about live selling when you were there? Did they kind of mention it? Because they kind of put something out there and it's kind of been parked, it feels like. Did they mention like the Whatnot competition and what their thoughts on Whatnot are? Because we've had mixed responses. A couple of people who actually love Whatnot still, but there's a lot of people who are saying the platform's like not going to work for the casual seller.
Yeah, I think they said expected September, but it's not like a concrete date. So okay. Yeah, I think it's kind of like with Vinted at the minute. But they did trials with it with the Love Island guys, actually in the villa. And obviously that with the influencer side of things, it went crazy. We saw Michelle do the basically like the pilot one, didn't she? She was like the first person to ever do it with, was it Pawsey? And that made the viewers on like, I don't know, and I know it's eBay, and I know it's like the first time they were doing it. So there was thousands of people in it. So it's exciting and people are really looking forward to it. But like saying, like I mentioned Whatnot, and they don't care about any other platform. They don't care how they're doing it. So they're going to start off with the buy it now, and then they're going to introduce what eBay have been known for, which is the auction side of things. So that's going to be interesting because that's pretty much going to be the same then, isn't it? Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's interesting, mate. But they're not worried about anyone else. They're doing things the way that they want to do it. Whether someone does 0% fees, business sellers, doesn't matter. So yeah, the key theme of it and the key words, and it's what I kept bringing up on the UK call, was they kept saying watch this space, and I don't like that. I don't like it. I'm like,
it's easy to get out.
It's a very easy get out. Watch this space, watch this space. Like they can't reveal anything, they can't give you any answers. Just watch this space. No, I want to know. Like I want to know now. So yeah, it's always frustrating, but at the end of the day, mate, it's to mingle in with like them at eBay, it's to mingle in with other sellers. They put on like canapes and drinks, everything afterwards, tea, coffee, all that kind of stuff. But you want to get something. You want to get something really good out of it. You want to get something juicy that you can come back with. But
I must admit with eBay, like the hospitality eBay do put on in his events is pretty damn good, to be fair. I mean, let's just talk about the eBay Open. Like there was a decent spread. Like lunch was like decent. And then
Yeah.
like evening wise, it's like free bar and stuff like that. So they do look after us in that sense. But I agree, when you go to these kind of events, you're kind of like, eBay must expect people to come with these questions. That's not going to be like, how do I change something from auction to buy it now? They do expect these people and this level of people where it's invite only are going to come with certain type of questions, and to just turn around and go, watch your space. It's just like, as I say, it's the easy get out for eBay. You want to kind of have them turn around and go, yeah, Luke, great question. Do you know what? We don't know how we're going to deal with that right now. It's on the agenda, but we have no plans right now. You know, what do we think of Vinted? Well, do you know what? Yeah, it has actually worried us a little bit, but it's been a good worry because now we've got a bit more competition in the market, which means we have to up our game again. Like, give us them kind of answers, not just like, oh yeah, we like Vinted, it's a great platform. Like, they're gonna say that because they're not gonna slap off a competitor. But yeah, you just want like some definitive answers. And I think the Open is going to be the same. I think they're going to receive some tough questions. There's going to be questions about this new thing that's coming at the end of the year with the EU and all the extra paperwork we need to fill in, all the extra forms. Like, they're probably just going to say like, it's not an eBay thing, which is not. You know, oh, we're going to look at trying to make life easier. That's going to be the answer. And it's, yeah, it feels frustrating going to these events sometimes and coming away feeling like we're not getting anything back from eBay.
Yeah, and like Depop do that kind of stuff as well. And I'm guessing so do all the platforms, like Whatnot do events, didn't they? Poshmark Live, they did events where people come down, they probably had like free food and drink, they like mingle, stuff like that. But yeah, so like eBay Open is bloody massive, and the event that they put on is great. But it's like what Chuggles was saying there. Is it a distraction? But yeah, I don't know, mate. You just want some concrete answers. You want something to look forward to. And when they're just saying that, it's coming, it's like you just want to know. So yeah, that's what I'm going to say about that, mate. But yeah, it's just very frustrating.
Scout Stan had his first sale on Depop. Well done, mate.
Yeah, first sale on Depop, almost. Yeah, I've never sold or bought anything from Depop.
I've never ever signed up to the app or anything. So
yeah, let's see what a few of you guys are saying anyway. Watch your space. Is there a classic non-committal lack of transparency? Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like you're asking a question. Even the whole like, yeah, Tommy Tracy with the millennial side of things, they just push it towards like, I don't know how it would be, but like Vogue, Love Island.
Love Island's big with eBay, isn't it?
Yeah, just the things that people are bringing in. But because I spoke to someone, I had a Zoom meeting a couple of weeks back, and they love the addictive nature, like the Instagramification or whatever of like vintage, the whole scrolling side of it. And he wishes that he could bring that from Vinted to eBay. But then again, like I was speaking to someone at the eBay event, any changes that eBay makes is absolutely monstrous. Like, it takes so much time, it's so much effort. But with Vinted, they're a smaller company. They can be, agile, whatever you want to call it. They can make these changes very, very quickly. So because they're a young company, they're nowhere near as big. So they can do stuff like that. They can experiment, whereas eBay is entirely different.
They tinker quite a bit. And we were speaking the other day, because obviously Vinted have tinkered with the whole bundles on, bundles off, automatic bundles on, automatic bundles off. The other day they tinkered with regards to, I saw for the sellers, they were saying that they opened up all the postage options instead of the ones that you select yourself if you sell items on Vinted. And that caused a bit of a kickoff. But they are really quick to react. So they see that for a couple of days of people saying this is not good, and they switch it back. Same as the bundles. The bundles went missing. I think a lot of people probably complained about that, and they switched it back. So you're right. They do act and react quite fast, but you're right. It's a smaller company. So for them to make them key decisions probably has to go up a couple of levels, a couple of layers in the company, compared to eBay might have to go bigger. And also a lot of it's global decisions as well. So if they're changing something in Australia, I think they try a lot of things in Australia first, then they move it to the US, and then they move it to the UK. But if they're making these big changes, they might have to get the sign off from every country to make it happen.
She said it's what I've said before. I feel like they're independent. And she said, yeah, like we make a lot of our own decisions here. So that's what I mean. Inviting, say, key business sellers down. Like, I think you've really got to listen to them. Of course they like Vinted. Ain't no way they're going to say anything else with loads of YouTubers, Instagrammers, and TikTokers in the room. I would say that there wasn't many at all in terms of like YouTubers, Instagrammers. I don't really class myself as any of them, but yeah, I don't think there was from what I saw anyway. So
By the
probably
way, you are a YouTuber. We're on YouTube now, and you do Instagram, and I've seen you dancing on TikTok. I'll have to bribe you not to give out that link.
right. We'll leave that then. So I might have to. Yeah, I don't know, mate. It's like I say, it's frustrating, but
so let me ask you the question then, because I've come away from eBay events before, and I've openly said on live to other people. For instance, the eBay roadshow for me was a complete and utter waste of time. And I traveled down to Wales, and the only benefit is I met up with some good people, and that was it, which is nice. But I left the house that day at like 4 a.m. to get down to Wales, and then the bridge was shut on the way back, so I didn't get home until like 5 minutes to midnight. So I remember I had to drop a parcel off at the locker before midnight, and I came away from that eBay event feeling like I was better off staying at home. Apart from meeting the people, which is good, what I learned from the event was literally zero. Last time we went to the eBay Open, we sat in a few chats, and in the end, we got so frustrated with the blasé answers. We were like, let's just talk like in groups of people and talk about business and stuff. And that was really cool again. But from eBay, I always come away feeling disappointed. So you travel to Richmond, which is not a crazy journey, but it's still a full day out of your business, near enough. Did you feel you wasted your time?
I thought it's like with the whole eBay Open thing. Like, if you go with the mindset of like you're not going to get a lot out of this, and you're just there for like networking, but it is frustrating.
That's frustrating because you should be going to an eBay event feeling like you're going to get something out of it from eBay. So apart from that, take networking out of it, because we all know networking is good. Putting yourself around people, having good chats, that's all good. If you was to be invited to that eBay event alone and only Luke was in the room, how would you have come away feeling?
Disappointed. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's one of them. Like, you don't get a lot out of it. But then again, we're surrounded by, like, say, like we're in the group or we're constantly speaking about this kind of stuff. Like, for some people, the knowledge side of it might be amazing, but because we're surrounded by it all the time, like, we're not really getting that much. Like, when we go to the eBay events, like, I walk out, like, and it's not because like I know everything or whatever. It just feels incredibly basic. So I prefer to spend my time speaking to new people, whether it be people that work for eBay, whether it be people that are other sellers, because I feel like I can personally get so much more out of that. Like, me speaking to the head of Pre-Loved is a lot more beneficial than me sitting through 45 minutes to an hour about, changes to promoted listings. Like, it's just a much better use. Me like trying to get them to sponsor this podcast is a lot better use of the time.
Well, we got some merch anyway. So that's the and do you know what?
We got some merch.
The eBay merch has taken a little bit of a step up. Last time I got eBay merch, I think it was a notepad and pen and an eBay tote bag. But you're getting like water bottles, you're getting a lot now. So yeah, the merch is improving at least. Again, maybe it's similar to the food. They do it to keep you happy.
Mate, I got you one as well. You know that. You don't even know that, actually.
Is that for me?
I grabbed two.
Oh, nice, man. So are we both going to be? Oh, I guess when eBay finally sponsor the podcast, we both need one in hand. Like product placement. I'm gonna have to place it on the shelf behind me.
It would literally be eBay advertising as well.
That'd be actually amazing. Says eBay advertising. Great.
The real question, yeah, this is the thing. Like, some people were grabbing like 3 or 4. I thought that was just too. I thought that was too much though. Oh, man, so I was going to try and get 3 to then maybe like give one away or whatever. But I was like, if I take another one, I get cool. That's just that'd be crazy.
Don't you go giving my one away? I'm excited now. You've got my address, mate. It could be here by Sunday for my birthday. Happy days.
You get it in the post. Sad and unsatisfied if it was just Luke in there, but it depends on what he's wearing as well, though. Yeah.
This is going west. What are you thinking about? Yeah. But anyway.
Right. All right. I'm gonna have to get off, mate, because we got a haircut.
Yeah,
so we got a bowl.
Busy day, man. We'll be back at 3 on Instagram if you're not bored of us, and we're gonna do some research. So yeah, come and join us on the gram. And mate, for the live, happy birthday for Monday. I can't believe our birthdays are the day after each other. It's just like meant to be, isn't it? This podcast. So
I was thinking, do we do a birthday special next week? I was like, what the hell do we chat about?
On Monday, we'll just sit there and like, I was going to say our birthday suits, but Scouse down and get really excited.
No, I was saying like the Tuesday one, but the thing is, what we've got as well, we've got 3 guests that are going to be coming on. So I was thinking, apart from the one after eBay Live or eBay Open, I want to do a little eBay Open special, even though we'll probably go live when we're there anyway.
Yes.
We've got three guests lined up, so I'm not going to spoil it now. But 3 great names coming on.
Give us a little clue about one of the guests. Let's keep him coming back.
Clue? I mean, one of them's in here now. Definitely.
Oh, great. Scouse down.
Yeah, one of them's in here now, so he's gonna be exciting. Yeah, the other 2 guys, I don't want to give anything away.
All right.
But yeah. Right, sweet. Peace.
Right. See you later.